We just made it to Bryan's house. He's getting his water in. Last water he's gonna drink for 5 days. This is gonna be our ride up there. I guess we'll fit everything in here. We're gonna have to. Don't mind if I do. Make it. Alright, we have made it. Got about 30 minutes to spare.
Well, this was a returning trip for me, and this was a first for these guys. So I was excited to hit the island, get camp set up, and slip out and see if we can't get on some good Sambar sign.
Hey Bill, you got breakfast made yet or what?
I don't know about that. You're talking to the guy that I might be older, but I eat Pop-Tarts when I'm out camping. Yeah, I took
As we rolled up on shore and our boots hit the ground, I was hit with a wave of nostalgia, as it was 4 years prior that I harvested my very first sandbar off this island on my very first hunt. Now that we are here and unloaded, it's time to get everything drug over to the campsite and get everything set up. We still had to take the bikes out and do a little scouting for the afternoon. Someone's in my spot down there. So there's a flag a little ways down. I don't know if he's going straight out or if he's going on an angle. But regardless, I think everyone's coming out here to these points, strips. And I'm sure it's no secret once people hunt here once or twice and see what these things are doing. The good news is, so far I haven't had to use hip waders, so that's a bonus. Just bringing back some memories, I can tell you that. Yes. Marsh. The idea is to try to get out there. Not this first strip, but the second strip. So one thing we're seeing a lot of is the browse. See how it's nipped down? It's all browse low, and it's all beat out where they've just been stomping around, browsing, and you see all the other grass that's open. There's a little trail going that way. I mean, it's clear as day, browse. Quarter mile away from where I shot mine. We'll be west of it. There's a bed right up underneath that cabbage palm right there. And there's a chunk of high ground over there. Big marsh wallows, sawgrass all through here. I'm gonna try to get to this high ground. Hopefully I don't spook anything. But I think we found where I need to be. It's pretty close to bedding. It's far out here, but it might be worth it. There's the high ground. That's the high ground piece. There's a big marsh out there. I'm liking this. I just came in off that marsh flat and the lagoons out there. If a stand up in this pines where they're coming out of here. Look, check this out. They got trails going right down through there, and look at this road that Bill's next to. This is that thing. I'm assuming since this hunt's earlier than mine, in mine they were still in velvet. Majority of these stags are probably in velvet, but that is a sign of repeated habitual offenders in here. So like I said, I mean, this is something I almost just want to put a stand on. I don't know if I want to go too far back in there, but this edge with the wind in your face, the marsh to your back, and anything that comes filtering down that marsh or out of here coming from back down in here. I mean, a lot of them look, I'd say white-taily, but then we look out here and these water holes are just clouded up. And it looks like there's a trail right through the center of them. That's where they're walking through. But see how muddy that is? That's just churned up. So I'm gonna keep following it and then cut back around into the wind. We found a good one. I mean, it's older.
It's right there.
Check this thing out. Look at that. Well, it looks like they might be shedding their velvet. Some of this bark on this side looks fresh.
Yeah, you had some somewhat fresh sap over here. Yeah, that's fresh sap right there. Still.
All right, we got this big rub right here. Anything that comes down this trail or comes out of here, there's tracks coming right out of this marsh. But I think it'll work. So I think we'll make this work. No one should see it. Anything coming down this trail, we'll get on it. And they're coming down this way, and there's a pretty good beat trail that way. There's some whitetail tracks in it, but that's the big issue, and they're cutting right across this marsh. And that camera's set up right on it, where anything comes down here moving, and it should be right on that camera. There's the camera. The trails coming down. Down this road, we know several hundred yards this way there's a flag. I don't know how far that guy's going. Most people don't like walking out here because of the fact if you shoot something, you got to get it to that road out there, and that ain't an easy drag, especially if you're hunting solo. I think I got a spot picked out for the morning. What I'll probably end up doing, if I don't see nothing else I like on the way back, I'll just bring stash my stand by the road, bring it in first thing in the morning. Not even, I mean, I got a pretty damn good idea where I want to sit. I don't know, I might bring it back out, but I doubt it. So we're just gonna keep slipping down there and see if we can cut any more trails. They say it wasn't hammered, but if you're looking for big sandbar sign, there's that. So, and if they're about to shed their velvet soon and get ruddy or do whatever, look at that, Bill. Look at this marsh right here. Look at that. This marsh is just chewed up on the other side. We're gonna walk down through here a little further and see what we're working with. Feel decent about it. We're headed out back to the main tram. We're gonna try to cut out of here, get back, meet up with the guys. They found a spot to put their stand. I didn't even put my stand up. I just know where I think I want to sit. It's not beat with tracks where I'm at, but it's got stag sign. I don't know what that equates to, but we'll see. This stuff is pretty thick. Well, after honing in on where we feel these sandbar are going to be at in the morning, me and Bill decide to head on back to camp, catch up with Bryan and Jacob, and fix us something to eat. Super breezy out. It's like 20, 15. It's only like 50 degrees. High is gonna be 50 today.
made it to the spot. Problem is, while I was going to the bathroom, spy point went off, and I got 2 stags out there, right there where I'm walking through. That was at 4:51. It's 6:10 now. I probably got a 15-minute walk. The way they were angling, maybe I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I think I'm gonna blow right into them, and I don't like that. But what you gonna do? So it's time to get after it.
So funny little story. If you look at my watch in that clip, you'll see that it says 4 o'clock. but my phone kept saying 3 o'clock. So I couldn't remember in the meeting that we had if we went off Eastern time or Central time. You know, the old no shooting past 3 o'clock deal.
Alright. Didn't see nothing. The wind has officially laid down, and I gotta get out. That's crazy.
So I thought I'd play it safe. I'll sit till 4.
And get back to the bike, and maybe do a little bit of looking around. But might do a little snooping around, see if I can find some sign.
I guess it was a good thing I didn't see anything, because we were going off Eastern time.
So this is out here where the deer were at last night, or this morning, sorry. The big boys. That's my camera right there on that cabbage bomb. They were standing out here, going that way. That's where I saw that one last night down there, working along this edge. And then I slipped out that way. But they're out here in this stuff. It's all browsed out.
Also, shout out to my boy Muff for hooking it up with the e-bike. What a game changer. On my first trip to the island, I borrowed the tramcycle, courtesy of the tramsman. It worked, but it wasn't electric.
What you got going on there, Bryan?
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm tired.
Alright, day number 2. It's like low 40s. Today's gonna be about the same. 59, 60, something like that. Had some nice, a nice stag come in last night, and a couple hinds, right at dark. Obviously I wasn't in the stand. But I'm gonna book it down here a little earlier today. Try to get set up. Last night there was a stag right there going that way. It's a little calmer than it was yesterday. A lot calmer. Still breezy, still windy, but a lot calmer. Cold. 39. It's about 9:30. It's cold. That wind's cutting good. Although it is sunny out. I mean, it's a bluebird day. So at least you got that going. I can't believe I haven't seen any whitetails at all. Last time, I mean, I've seen them every sit.
Sometimes you wonder if it's too cold for the game to be moving.
Forgot how good it was to eat hot food out of the stand. It's good stuff. In case you were wondering, no, boats are coming to life. I hear stuff all the ball meadows moving around. I heard some splashing back over there. I mean, it's absolutely dead quiet out now. You gotta come, this 3 o'clock stuff sucks. I mean, I can only imagine if I sat in unreal. But last time I was here, it's the same deal. I didn't see nothing for 2 days. And then third morning, he came in right there. Bam. So, let's stick it out until tomorrow.
I tell you, it sure is hard watching that clock tick down to 3 p.m. You know, around 3 p.m., the sun starts to look a little different, the woods get a little quieter, and you get in that evening sit mode. You know, one of those, you ain't seen nothing all day, but in them next couple hours, they gonna be moving.
Man, that had to be a sandbar.
Well,
And
the
I waited about 45 minutes. I got down and went into where I heard it and was walking around. Man, it is. What was the sound? Yeah, it's like the first day.
Hopefully.
So we don't know if we're leaving at 4 or 5 tomorrow.
You got the next one, but the bed.
is that a sandbar staghorn? While we were out getting firewood, we heard that they had one hanging up. So we decided to head over there and check it out. This one ended up being the only one we've seen all weekend hanging at the check station.
We're doing sausage and onions because some dumbass forgot to bring the pepper.
It's alright. I forgot. It was in a store on the same place where I was standing a week before.
Yeah, of all the things to forget, I can't do
Well, good.
that. Pepper and a red pepper, I brought that time.
I thought you had a green pepper and a red
Yeah, I do at my house apparently.
Last morning of the hunt, I was running late. But since I conserved my e-bike all weekend, I had plenty of battery to full throttle the whole way here. No pedaling. Last morning. Come on here and stuff up there. That's poor Duck season has commenced. They are showing no mercy on those ducks. On either side. Money. It's about 10 till 10. Last day of the hunt. We're gonna leave out here by 4 because we got some windier conditions tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna be that bad, but nonetheless, the captain wants to pick us up today at 4 because the tide's gonna be lower. Which I said 5, he said, well, 4 because of the tide. So, they ain't seen nothing since that first day. Walking out, game cams, sign, nothing. We're probably gonna sit maybe another hour, maybe. I don't think it's supposed to get out of the 50s today. I'll sit about another hour. I don't want to be rushed when we get back to camp. I want to kind of poke around a little bit on my way out. I gotta grab a couple cameras. I'm gonna be toting a load going out, so I think it's about 1 hour. I want to slip up.
So before packing up my stand, I ended up slipping down that tram out to one of those marsh points where I believed the sandbar to be bedding. Now when I was out there, I jumped something and all I could do was hear it in the wind. By the time I seen it, it was just a hind with her head up above the sawgrass. I put the crosshairs on her, just didn't feel comfortable taking a shot, especially at a hind's head. And it's a good thing that I didn't, because she ended up having a youngin' with her. And as you can see, I ended up pushing them right by my stand anyway. It just so happens that I wasn't there. And that was as close as I came to pulling the trigger.
Fresh tracks all through the marsh.
You know, I can laugh about this now, looking back at it. But I assure you, in that moment when that gun pegged straight down into the mud, there wasn't a whole lot of humor to be found. But I guess I'd rather have that happen on the last day than the first day. Well, as far as the weather went on this trip, you couldn't ask for anything better. After coming back from Minnesota, being cold, and coming right into cold weather hunting on the island, it was perfect. This place was a little more challenging this go-round. That being said, out of the 142 hunters that showed up for this hunt, 11 of them found success. 6 stags and 5 hinds. As far as this hunt goes, I recommend to anyone that pulls it to go. It's definitely, as far as I've seen, one of Florida's coolest adventure hunts to go on, and fairly low priced in the grand scheme of things. My first trip was solo, and the second was with a good group of buddies. And I'm looking forward to many more trips in the future.
Look at the old love wagon. How they really likes taste, dude? I appreciate you just sending one back with us, you know what I mean?
I told him I didn't get to ride with one back, and it wouldn't be right. You're gonna deserve it now.
How many do you have?
Got 8?
Have you already had that many?
No. Couple. You want me to throw do you like
No, hold on, just hold on.
I chugged a couple, drank a couple, shotgun a couple.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, is knock one back real quick.